Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with another video, and I am back at you with some Sparky models. So glad to be checking out some more Spark models. I have really been digging the new stuff that they've been doing, and I love these new boxes that they've been putting them in. It's pretty awesome, kind of mini GT-esque. These are almost like exactly the same size. I think they actually are the exact same size as a mini GT box. Who knows? Maybe they're manufactured at the same factory. I have no idea, but very cool Spark models. We've got some newer ones. This 917, I think, is fairly new as well. We'll actually open up the 917 first. So this came in a acrylic case, which is cool. And this one's listed as a Spark model instead of Sparky. I do have another version of this casting somewhere. This one was given to me by my friend Jay. He had an extra and decided to give me one of his extras, which is really cool. And this box does not want to open. I'm trying not to rip it. There we go. There's a little crack in the acrylic up here. Doesn't bother me any. This one is Coca-Cola 1970 Porsche 917 KH Kyalami 9H Team Gunston. No clue. I don't know enough about racing history to be able to know the significance of this car. Looking pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and get it off the base. The nice thing is you do not need a screwdriver for these. It is a little mechanism like this, a little quarter turn, and then it pops right off. Cool. I was wondering if we were going to get a metal base on this. I think one of the other ones I have, one of these 917s I have, I think is a plastic base. I thought it was. I thought I was going to get a plastic base here, but apparently not. That is metal, and the base is held on by screws. So if you have some sort of weird issue, you can take the casting apart and fix it, which is nice. It's a nice option to have because sometimes these do or can come damaged or come with some issues in any die-cast manufacturer. It rolls. It's not winning any races, but it does roll pretty well, actually. This is a nice model. I'm actually liking this one a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't think this was... It's more like the new style Sparky than the older style Sparky, which older style Sparky had kind of or Spark, or whatever, when 164 kind of had a cheap feel to them because of the plastic base. Now that they have a metal base, these things feel heavy. And very heavy for the size of car. This is really cool. Alright, I'm digging this one quite a bit. Very, very neat. Digging it a lot more than I thought I would. Alright, now we got kind of like road versions of race cars. Here's almost what this is. Let's start with the 911 GT1 in white. I don't know the history of this, but it could be that they had to make these... Well, I know the Dower one's a little bit of an interesting story, which I know a little bit about, which I am definitely not an aficionado, so... But let's whatever. Let's take this this Porsche first. So obviously these are all Porsches today. This 911 GT1 in white. You can see the back there. Here's the other part of the casting. It is a Porsche licensed product. Let's go ahead and pull this out. I love this style of packaging. Just love it. Big fan of the way these are packaged. Pop this off. And you can see this thing has a little keyhole on the bottom, so they could put it on a base and put it in an acrylic case, but I honestly kind of prefer the box packaging. Very cool. Yeah, Spark model is really turning up the heat. They've been putting out some really nice stuff. I just wish it was like a little bit easier to access, or more hobby dealers that shipped from the U.S. would carry them. So I wish that they'd have better distribution into the U.S. That would be the one gripe I would have about the brand. But this thing is, I mean, it is super cool. You can try to tell me it's not, but I'm going to tell you you're lying. This thing is super cool. Very, very cool. Just, I don't know, just very well done. Very awesome. I'm glad I got this one in white. I wasn't going to get it, but it was like there on AliExpress, and it was like a little cheaper than normal for some reason, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know why that's cheap. I'm going to go ahead and just jump on it and grab it. It makes me want every single version of this kind of Porsche that they've put out. There's a couple different variations of like the GT ones or whatever they are, and I don't know enough about it to really comment intelligently, but there's a couple, like, they look different in the nose and stuff, and a little bit different in the back, different wing, and they have them in a couple different racing liveries, all that stuff. I want them all. I do. I want them all. Very good casting. Very awesome. Loving that. Loving that a lot. All right. And then we got this one. This is a Porsche Dauer 962 Le Mans in red. Now, this one, this car held the fastest car title for a road legal vehicle for a short period of time before, I think, the Bugatti Veyron beat it. So it did hold the title for a while, and I don't remember what the speed was. It was like 250 miles an hour or something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, this was this. And this essentially was a Le Mans race car that was made road legal. And you can look up, there's all sorts of videos and stuff on YouTube about it. So, I recommend you check those out. They're kind of interesting. I wanted to know a little bit about this car, and that's kind of the route I took, because I went on YouTube and I started looking up some stuff because I was just very curious. You know, actually, I might have got these from RC Mart, not AliExpress, now that I'm thinking about it. Whatever. Anyway, you still got to get it shipped from, like, Hong Kong or something in order to get them, which may become a challenge somewhere down the road here. We'll see. All right, so the Porsche Dauer 962 Le Mans in red. Let's go ahead and open that red one up first. I got the red one and the black one. I only think they made, I'm trying to think of when I read this, they might have only made like 13 or so of these actual vehicles. We've got a little plastic piece on top. This is probably to prevent any scuffing from the package. It's weird, it's got like oils on it. I wonder if that is to preserve the paint or what. I don't know what that is. Man, talk about static electricity. I can't get that off my finger. We're going to need to give this a little bit of a wipe down with a microfiber cloth. This one does not have the keyhole in the bottom. This is a brand new casting. And do I have a microfiber cloth handy? I think I do. Hopefully it's a clean one. Let's go ahead and just lightly remove this oily residue that we have on here. Weird. Anyway, every time I open up a Spark model, I want more. That's the way it goes with this brand. I open them up, I'm like, yeah, those are good. And then I want more of them. Looks like the mirrors here are actually cast in. It's not a separate piece. Be careful with those. You do not want to break those off. It's a pretty thin piece of metal there. These are metal body, metal base. This can seat 2 people in here. And like I said, it was road legal for the time that it came out. Do I save this like plastic? I don't know. It's kind of odd. All right, so we got that in red, which looks really good. Really nice. They only made it, I think, in 2 basic colors, red or black. Little Porsche logo up there. Inserted details for the headlights. Long car. Very, very long. It rolls pretty good. And then let's pull the black one out. I'm probably going to have some more goo on this one as well. So these basically just came out. They're pretty new. And yeah, this one's got the same. Oily sheet going on. That's just weird. I don't know. Not used to seeing that. It's sticking in my fingers. I cannot get it off. Just leave it right there. Let's go ahead and wipe this down carefully. And take a look at that. So kind of plain in the color department. I mean, it doesn't look all that exciting, but the silhouette is really neat. And these are basically a variation of the 962 to be road legal, which is just kind of insane that this was an option for somebody to buy it. And I think that what was the guy, the guy from Brunei, he, I think he's got like a couple of these. I think of the ones that were made, I think he's got like over half of them or something like that. So very, very rare car. Extremely rare. Cool to see that we have it in diecast. That is pretty awesome to get it in a 1/64 scale from a diecast maker that does premium stuff. So, very cool cars. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments, of course. So, to me, these are pretty darn cool. However, I think this thing is much better looking. I think this is the coolest car here today, is this one. And honestly, this was a real nice surprise, too. I didn't think I was going to like this one as much as I did. So, happy about that. I think this is real cool. Real cool. All right, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Well, if you had to pick one of these cars to have in your collection, which one would you go with if you could only pick one? To me, I think it would still be that white Sparky Porsche 911 GT1, but, you know, you guys might like a red Dower 962. I don't know. We'll see. Or the 917. All right, anyway, this will be in the premium / import diecast playlist, so you can check the stuff out there if you would like to. There's a ton more content there, so I highly recommend you check it out if you liked this type of stuff. And that's it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a good one.